so everyone wants to watch there, they can do that. uh, just quickly checking if the stream is working or not. Okay, I think we are good to go. So let me just open up the project. So if you don't want to, you know, ask any questions or speak back with me, then I think just opening it on YouTube is better, because the audio and the video would actually be in sync in that case. If you are on the space as well as on the video, I'd recommend you actually use the audio from the space and turn down the volume of the YouTube video to 0, because things will be probably 10-15 seconds out of sync otherwise. Um, cool. So I'll just quickly walking through the project a little bit. This is the state the project is in right now. Yeah, so currently, if we go and add, let's say, a YouTube video. And we can pick a download path actually somewhere, let's say, even desktop is fine. So desktop, we can choose to download the video, the audio if I want to, set the size of the video that I want to download, let's say 360p, different formats, and the audio bitrate and everything. And clicking download. So it generates a YTDLP command. So YTDLP is this GUI tool, which is a fork of the older YouTube DL tool, which is sort of, as of today, one of the most popular ways to download stuff from YouTube. So it actually just generates a YTDLP command, um, and it does download the file, as can be seen. So you would have that here. There we go. So that works so far. Um, on the Twitter space, because I think nobody else is actually a speaker, I'm not even sure if people can hear me. Uh, can I get a reaction if people can actually hear me on the space? Okay. Uh, cool. And coming back to the project then. So I had actually a few PRs to review, because a few folks have made PRs on that already. I don't know if any of these people are on the YouTube live right now or on the space. So basically, I just made a bit of a project plan as well. Like we want to um, add start and end timestamps is something that I think I'll try to get done today. Not sure if there's something possible. Answering some comments on the YouTube. Yeah. Uh, I'm back from UK. Yeah, I'm back from UK for a long time actually. I'm in India for a while. I'm actually going to be in UK next month. Um, so this is something that I need to do at the start and end timestamp. This is something I plan today, let's say if possible or not. If anybody who knows Flutter can actually help me out while I'm doing this, love to get some help as well. Don't use Flutter very regularly. Just mostly got till here by looking up Stack Overflow stuff only. Um, and the sponsor block stuff also I was thinking. But meanwhile, I think I got a few pull requests. I will check. This is by Aman Kumar. I don't know if Aman's anywhere, either on Twitter or on YouTube. Uh, so a couple of pull requests by Aman. I will check those up as well. So theme added. Let me check this. What does it do? Okay. Okay. So adds a theme dot dart separately, and okay, wherever things are required, we've done. Okay. This seems like putting the theme in a consolidated place in theme.dart that I think looks good. Uh, I will merge this change actually. And let me pull this one in. Is that a good way to theme the app? I'm not sure. Uh, I mean, I'm new to Flutter as well, but it seems like at least keeping the theme file separate from the main file at least is good separation of concerns for sure. I have seen that at least in some Flutter apps I have seen the code of. Uh, Fair enough, because earlier I was just creating a theme here inside main.dart. Obviously, having a separate theme file is not bad. Um, I'm not sure if uh, we needed to have all these text colors separately written out or not. If I don't have these things here for a second, what does it happen? I think things are fine even without writing all the text colors separately, it seems. And if I do have them, okay, makes the file, oh, it's too big. I think these sizes is something, I'll just leave this aside, whatever it is, it's fine, I guess. It helps also to include a light theme so that we can switch between themes. So in Flutter, do we not have uh, themes just having an auto dark and light? Typically in Android and all, you can set up dark theme and light theme, like if you're developing with Compose or XML or something like that. But anyway, I think if put the theme in a separate place, we can just keep adding text there. Um and what do we else have? Widgets and all. Okay, so I can pick the theme like this. Fine, I guess. So the text input field. Okay, hints can be a bit smaller. Fine, I guess. The other change is I'll just ask a question maybe here. Okay, something handling loading state has been added by um, someone, Bharat, I guess. Okay. I think it's funny, like the Twitter space is really just top of the funnel. People are just joining it, finding the link, and coming to YouTube. It seems I don't think anybody is actually using the Twitter space to talk. It's weird. I've never been on Twitter space, and just me being the only person who is speaking there. Okay, what does it do? Um, okay, this is interesting. It uh, reads the output from the shell and using regular expression. Okay, it sounds risky. What does it do? Okay. Okay, I think I will try this out before actually merging this. So by the way, if you want to try out a change like this, how you can do is you have your code base here. You don't want to merge that change here. You can just create a separate branch. Say, uh, what's this? Let's just call it Sonigis slash loading slate. This is the user who submitted this slash their branch name. I made a separate branch, and this is pull request number 6. So how you can merge it actually here in your code is you can do git pull origin, I think refs slash pull slash 6, I believe. That's how we can do it. Let me check. You can do GHPR checkout 6. There used to be. Let me check out PR head. Ah, not refs pull 6. You have to do pull slash 6 slash head, I guess. This works. Okay. So this is a good way to check out the PR yourself if you want to. So I've just pulled this change in. I'll just try it out and see what it does. Okay, Bharat, you have requested. Okay, let me just. Hey, hi, Bharat. Hi, what's up? Are you also watching the YouTube stream? Oh, okay. Is Flutter something that you usually work on, or you just hanging out to see? Okay, nice. Okay, let's try out the YouTube URL. It shows why loading YTDLP when by the time the UI loads, and then it shows a. Oh, interesting. But it did not really work that well. It seems the loader was there till it said download. Fine. I think it's good, but I think I can merge this PR and we can improve on the loading state here actually. Um, is it a lot of delta between what you're seeing on screen and hearing me talk, Bharat? It's like 10-15 seconds. Okay. Uh, cool. I think I'm merging a PR. This was nice. So I think because you're reading the output, it is not actually getting printed. It's blocking it from getting printed or something like that. It seems, and it's finally getting printed in one go. All of it. Is that what's happening? That's what it seems like it happened. I'll just do this whole thing again. So it's the loading is captured correctly, uh, and when the keyword, yeah. Okay. So it's okay. Okay, directly listening on STD out, uh, and download percentage matching with. Okay, so you're matching with this percentage here, which is like the percentage that comes after the download word. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I think while okay, can we also have the downloads keep on printing, or um, Okay, so this if I set it back to true, I guess. Okay, cool. Let me try this out again. Maybe I'll take a longer video. Desktop is fine. Okay. Yeah, I think still not actually doing. The printing happened at the end. Uh, just I think while STD out was being listened to, your loader was working correctly. The print happened at the end as a just a dump, I guess. Um, yeah, so I think it was actually wrong in my code itself, actually, because um, I'm awaiting all the results and then dumping them, which I think if I actually print here, it will print exactly at that same moment. This I should not be doing here. Who wrote this code by the way? That was, I think, I had written it. Let's see. Oh, delete the file. Okay. So now the output and everything is in sync actually. Interesting that the download actually goes up to 100 plus percentage as well from the Flutter commands. Yeah. So it seems like I don't know how they calculate the percentage, but yeah, I think in the beginning of the manifest, when they download the video, they see a size, and I think that's the what they use as a denominator, but they might download more than that, so something like that. But yeah, uh, cool. I think that's uh, that's better. The debug output, and that is same now. The audio is, I think, downloaded separately, which is okay in this case because I So what happens is like because I've set the audio format to MP3, it might be downloading it separately, and it actually merges the audio and the video at the end. That's how the pytdp command works. So that's why the loader actually went twice, once for the download of the audio, once for the video. But yeah, otherwise, I think now it's in a good state. Cool. I will add a commit to move my print output at the correct place. So just for people watching, if somebody has raised a PR, typically the way GitHub permissions are set, you can actually add a commit to that branch as well. And I will just try and see if that works. The CLI output. Yeah. So what this does, interestingly, pushing back to a pull request head, pushing back to pull six head. What this does is that if I just go to this pull request, yeah. Oh, it did not work that way. I think I have to push to your branch, I guess. I think this would have worked. Yeah. The earlier thing would have created a bad branch here. We'll just delete that branch. Okay, I think we have a loader now, which was not even actually in the to-do list of things to do, but it's really nice to have that. Next, I think we will then take a look at. So this set state thing, Aman, I don't know if Aman is watching this anywhere. So I'm not actually taking this PR in because I'm thinking that if once the state becomes a little more complex, it will be probably better to just use something like River Pod, which I have used before, which is sort of a little like proper centralized state management rather than just add notifiers onto one single file. Like if we go do state management properly, like use some sort of a observable framework itself, block, river pod, all of these things, provider, whatever, rather than just create notifiers in this file itself, because we will have to keep on making notifiers other places as well. So, like architecturally speaking, I did not feel a lot of value add in just making notifiers there. So not dealing with that right now. Just I want to get the basic functionality up there, because still it is just one single page only. But I'm happy to be educated more about uh, you know where notifiers are sort of useful. A bunch of these set functions inside the form is obviously not good design, and will keep on increasing as we keep add fields. So we should extract this straight away. That I definitely agree with. Um, Having these lot of setter functions inside the UI code is obviously not good design and won't scale. Anyway, so let's see. Let me try um, creating the time picker kind of thing. So again, I think Bharat, if you are there, do you know that if there are any time picker kind of widgets that already exist? No, I haven't used any of them. Not sure. Okay, let me try it out. I think where pub.dev, right? Let's see. I think no. I don't want this watch face and all of that stuff. I just want a 0000 text kind of field. Okay, seems like something might be useful, but nobody has a UI here. No, not this either. There's a native plugin, S2 Productions, you have said. Could you share a link or something? It'll be, I don't know, time. Okay, I guess I will have to take a call and pause things for a while. Okay. Okay, we're back. Uh, Seems like there at least are some Stack Overflow answers. I might have myself checked them some time back. Uh, okay, it's a modified text input field, it seems. Okay, let me just try it out and see if that works. How am I going to get? Yeah, so I'll get to that. I think YTDLP info command can actually give the video length. I'm not gonna be adding a constraint on that right now. Like if somebody sets the wrong timestamp, then like if somebody sends a time greater than the actual length of the video, it's fine. It will download the entire video in that case. Um, so, yeah, so I'm not adding validation that it is going to be actually less than the length of the video. Step one, I'm not doing that. Because that will require first fetching the data of the video. But yeah, let me just try out this field itself and see what does it do. I just copied code from Stack Overflow step one. But yeah, it does is like every time somebody is writing every letter, it just writes it from the right hand side basically. Let me see. Okay. What does it look like? I think not bad. Sort of what I need only. Um, we would need, I think, listener for the time being changed. Uh, we have a listener for that. It just has a text editing edit controller only. So I think we can pass that in. Will adding a listener here be fine? Bharat, if I just add a listener at build time, I should override init state here. Okay, above build itself, you're saying I should override init or init state. Okay, I have to. Okay. Is there an init function? It, there is only an init state function because it's a stateful widget. Init state, right? Okay. So in init state, what do I do? Uh, add the listener there. Okay. So I'll do like txt controller dot add listener here and okay. I'm just trying to be able to send a on changed function from the form into this. element. For example, I've done this for the text checkbox. Is that the or the I think let's say the checkbox is easier, but something like, let's say, the text box, the text input field that I have created, it uh, I've taken a on change function, and in the controller I have just added a listener for that. But yeah, that's a stateless one. So if there is a stateful widget, for example, can I create a listener every time the state changes? So if I do this dot widget dot on changed and just pass this should work. I mean, we can just try it out and see. Uh, let's see. If I just do this and then my form when I'm adding it. Okay, that does work. Except clicking on it is also triggering that. Because I think a bunch of things trigger state changed. Can I compare old value, new value, and only trigger the change if the old value and new value are not the same? Anyway, let's see. I mean, we'll have to optimize this. I will add a to do for that for later. But okay, let's go to config, add a couple of strings for this. Okay, so we have added start and end time in the config. To create the command, we will have to add a few things there as well. So I think the way to add start time is using SS or something. I'll just check out the YTDLP manual. Nishant, you're asking that does guidance from GPT help? I mean, it does help sometime. I can actually have that open. I do have Copilot running, so that's also based on a GPT model. It's based on OpenAI's Codex model. So it's similar. So ChatGPT 4 has that. But yeah, uh, I mean, typically I have done a few of these things like ask, you know, it does like, make a Flutter widget that accepts timestamps in HHMMSS format. Uh, this is for usage. So just write something like this, like make a Flutter widget that accepts timestamps in this format, like how you tell a developer. Um, it sort of does generate code, which is okay. As it doesn't do like it just does the regular expression matching. Now, if you want to add the other specification, which is when a user types one, the widget should show. After that, when the user types two, the widget should show. Okay. So you can ask it to correct also stuff. That's when it starts actually breaking apart a bit. Uh, I don't think it actually inserted the semicolons in the formatter now. Oh, it does have that. Cool, I think yeah, it can update that to the time input formatter having that. So it's pretty much close to the answer that I got from the Stack Overflow, functionally very similar. So yeah, it can do that. Um, but as the sort of requirement starts getting a little more complex, the trade-off is you can give ChatGPT very precise requirements, and nobody might have asked that exact same question on Stack Overflow, so you might not find that answer, and ChatGPT might generate some text. If you copy this and paste into the project, typically a few problems happen. This code was trained till 2021, so it might use some syntax of some libraries which are old. It does not work because of that. Syntax which have gotten updated in the last 2 years. The other sort of problem that I feel is like, if the question that I'm asking actually has a Stack Overflow answer, it's just faster to go there and read the explanation that the person would have given. And it's faster because it's just one Google click away. This actually does take a bit of time to generate, and sometimes you have to reprompt it to fine tune. Which I think the fine tuning part I feel is like you can just copy paste it to your ID and just fine tune it yourself at that point. But yeah, I think fairly useful. Uh, about the question around video being uploaded, Jitesh, it'll remain on this channel once this is done. Nishant, yeah, so GPT-4 training cutoff is also, I think, the same time because the data set is September 2021 only. So uh, 3 and 4 do not have separate cutoff dates. 4 is just a bigger model on that same data set. Uh, okay, coming back to what we were doing. Okay, so if I YTDLP manual, what this? Yeah, I think the start time. Yeah, so apparently if we have a start and end time, we can specify download sections like this. So if Okay, I'll try out the start time and end time if it actually works. Not equal to null and end time. Okay, let's see if that works or not. We'll specify a start time and end time like this. Okay, bit of manual work now to set up all of that. We have a bunch of setters which we should. So personally like GitHub Copilot for places like this because it can generate boring code very quickly and sort of reduces the time that is required to do that. Okay, we have the two text fields. 4 minutes 12 seconds. Okay, so let's do. Hey APJ, I just added you here. If you have anything to ask, anything you want to chat about. Okay, just checking. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Let's go to search these things, or I do not understand really what you meant. Right. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. I mean, there are a lot of approaches to this. I mean, one of them could be like using some sort of a journaling tool which can actually publish content itself. Like, let's say, random example, but like something like an Obsidian can actually generate, like, it's a personal note taking app, but you can like connect a lot of articles with other articles because it creates a graph of articles, and you can actually use Obsidian publish to publish a website out of that itself. Um, that's of course. I mean, Obsidian can directly publish the website itself using Obsidian Publish plugin. Not there are lots of plugins. I think somebody can generate Obsidian JSON. I don't know Obsidian JSON plugin if it can probably generate a JSON out of all that. Um, uh, Nothing very top level. I think it's available, easily available. It seems. Um, the other way could also be like, I mean, the content that you are sort of looking to file, if that's mostly gonna be like links to content and their relationships, then even just putting it on a YAML file on GitHub can also be.
Basically, I want to keep it mostly text, as you said.
Yeah.
And it will be fairly standardized. Like if I want to store a piece of information, it might have link or it might not have link, but everything will be text and it will have some tags. Every node of information.
So you can do that maybe with Airtable.
People can search through text or tags.
Got it. So maybe you can use Airtable as a backend. I think that works for this purpose. You can like catalog all your data inside Airtable, and Airtable can generate JSON endpoints out of it actually.
Okay, Airtables also I have heard, but I haven't checked it out.
So there are lots of, I think you will find a lot of articles and all which also show how you can use Airtable as a content backend and everything.
Okay. So I have a general query, like a no, it might be very novice question, but humor me. So when we say Airtable, does it have this? Because I'm imagining it will be in tabular form because such things like news articles and all this, they are in graph form, right? Where you store these things. There are tags to each.
Correct. So the thing is that you can always represent graphs as multiple tables. Like say for example, you would be categorizing things into, let's say, a bunch of categories. So those would become tables, and you would use them as tag for every article link that you are putting there, because you can have like a table of people who have spoken certain quotes, and then every time you're filing an entry, if there is a person associated with it, you attach that, right? If like you want to categorize whether it's a news article or a social media link, or whether it's a a book or something like that, that you can make a category for that as well. And these things, you can make certain fields in Airtable as drop down of another table. So like if you you create a table called source, which tells what are the different sources. Could be news, could be blogs, could be Twitter and all of that. So every time you're filing a new entry, the source column will be a drop down. You can pick one of these items. If in that source table you go and add, let's say, 5 items, 6 items, then the drop down will have 5 or 6 items accordingly, right? Quite a lot of things can be modeled back into relationships like that. But yeah, if you want like a pure absolute graph where there isn't any sort of categorization, any kind of way you can imagine columns, then I think, yeah, like the way Obsidian does. But the thing is that kind of thing, if there is a lot of data, then it's very difficult to visualize it for anybody, because the graph stops making sense if the graph is too big. The graph only makes sense to a degree when the graph is small to mid size.
Okay, so let me boil it down to a single format, right?
Yeah.
On a very like atomic level, I don't know what the technical term. There will be some text and it will have some tags, right? The text will have information and big baby or plain old text, and then it will have some tags. That text might have two tags or five, six tags also. That's it.
Yeah.
Every piece of information is in this format. So this is like boiled down form. There's no graph, there's no relationship or anything. But every information is in form of text and it will have some maybe five tags, six tags, or maybe two, three tags. So in this form, which would be the best way to store it?
I think Airtable should be fine for your requirement, I feel.
Yeah.
I think Airtable should be fine for your requirement.
Okay. Try it out. So and it can be then linked to some front end of
Yeah. Like they visualize it as a table themselves, but you can just create a JSON API out of it, which your own front end can use it.
Oh, so I'm assuming that can be done with like minimum code, like maybe one bit of learning, like less learning.
On the backend side, I think there won't be much code needed at all, because you will just feed the data into Airtable and it will generate an API. The front end side, yeah, I mean, if you want to visualize it in any better way than the Excel sheet kind of format that Airtable does, then obviously that will require a little bit of coding. Yeah. Cool. Someone else had also put up a request to speak. I think I just approved someone. Who was that? Okay. Nevertheless, going back to actually what I was building. So it seems like it does download things correctly to a degree. It's not able to put the file back together, I guess. If I just download, let's say an MP4 video, 720 size. It does pass download sections. Does pass quality, audio format, everything. Cool. Uh, it's downloading the segments. Should not have actually printed the segments. I think, oh, I have to disable the verbose output, which was in the runner here. Yeah. But the file that it's generating, I think it's just a part of the file. So the video is not getting downloaded. I'll have to check that. But it's setting the start and end time pretty much okay. Uh, hey, hi Nishant. So how feasible it is to build on React plus Firebase node? I mean, oh, you're saying about the question that APJ asked about building that information tagging system. I think that can be done with React plus Firebase and Node as well. But I think he was looking for a very low code, no code solution. Oh, so this one, the YouTube downloader itself, you're saying. The YouTube downloader, why would you need a backend? Like, I mean, it's just to download files from YouTube, right? So I don't see need for Firebase in this. I mean, it's a local on-device thing. Um, YTDLP is a command line project. I'm just trying to make a GUI wrapper on top of it. That's all. Uh, Fine. I think where do we go from here? If I uh, I guess I will just end the stream right now because I just got some work to do. So I'll pick that up. Uh, Ashutosh, I mean, yeah, not sponsored by Indigo. So when I thought of that name, I did not click with me that Indigo uses that same 6E designation. But yeah, I was either drunk or high, and I came up with this whole thing. But yeah, there's this. I think the first video of the channel has an animation. So I was just trying out Canva and having fun. So that's how that came about. The download speed, how can that be increased? I think one of the ways is parallelly downloading the different this thing. We uh, so what happens is a manifest. Inside manifest there are a lot of chunks, and there are different URLs for the chunks. If you play a video on YouTube and open the network tab, you'll be able to see different chunks getting downloaded. Parallelizing the chunk download is one way of making it faster. I don't know if pytdp, the command line itself, has anything about that. I am sure it would have something about parallel downloads. Multi-threaded downloads are there, so you can set concurrent fragments equal to n. You can increase this number. It can only happen with videos which are M3 U8 format. Most YouTube videos would be able to do that. And you can set a number, but if you set it too high, then because of network latency, also you might find it very slow. But you can probably parallelize up to 4 or 5 fragments parallelly for most internet connections. You can get probably a little bit faster size. So yeah, I think that's also something we can do. So yeah, cool. Anyway, so I'll do is I will wrap up for today. I think this was fun. I did not know doing this YouTube plus Twitter space thing how it will work out. But anyway, I thought there'll be more people who would have any questions or want to chat on Twitter space, but that didn't happen a lot. But anyway, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Anybody who wants to pick up any of the pieces on this project, I am trying to like maintain this like a proper open source project. I've created a bunch of issues which I want to work on. I've created a project tracker. Did merge a few pull requests from 2 people. So again, thanks Aman and Bharat for the contributions. Anybody wants to contribute further, find bugs in what exists already, you can do that. It's just fun side project for me. I'm not looking for a lot of people to use this project or this to be popular or anything like that. Just not getting much to write hands-on code on at work. So, just need a side project to be writing some code on a day-to-day basis. So I'm just doing this. I think next few weeks I will be quite frequently doing some YouTube lives or sessions like this while I'll be finishing this project. Once this is ended, we'll see, maybe build some other project. So yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody. Good night. Have a nice day.